This is RM Games, and we're diving straight into action. What's going on, guys? RM Games back again for another late upload, but we're here and we're putting into the test our Blind Second Unchained deck. If you haven't watched already the previous video that I uploaded, I've discussed this theory that I had in the going second approach of our Unchained deck. I'll put the link down below so you can check it out, and make sure you stick around for the refined deck profile that I'm going to be showing after the video. So whether you're here for the goo or just to enjoy some Edo Pro action, sit back and enjoy. Let's get into the replays. Now just a quick minute before we get into the rest of the duels. YouTube has reported that most of you who's watching this video is not yet subscribed. Now if you want to see more of this action, more of this analysis, more of this rogue player takes, how a rogue player thinks, how a rogue player plays, and if you just want to vibe in, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and ring that notification bell if you want to stay in the loop. Thank you for your support, guys. I know this is a small channel, it's highly appreciated. And now for some more action. And that is it, guys, for today's testing. I hope you enjoyed the matches, and hopefully you've seen how this going second approach works. We've really caught some opponents off guard, and if you want to see more, you know what to do. You know the drill. That's it for me today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. RM Games. Peace and love. Okay, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. There are no bloopers in this video because most of the screen time was on the replays. But you know what? Let me just share with you my midnight snack. It's a scone. Scone, baby. Let's have some scone.